Let's keep the Oscar train rolling and let's talk about and rank the 10 best screenplay nominations. And I am doing them both together. All right, let's just get into it. Coming at number 10, we're going to do A Complete Unknown. I think this is a very middle of the road and by the numbers biopic. It doesn't do anything particularly interesting with its subject matter. Yes, some of the dialogues are really good. You get really good performances out of Ed Norton and Timothée Chalamet, but it doesn't elevate the genre in any sense. And I totally think this movie is overrepresented in the Academy Awards as well. Number 9. Amelia Perez. This movie is filled to the brim with content in a sense that it tries to tackle so much subject matter all at once. The songs are pretty solid, I think, for the most part. I think it's getting a lot of hate for that aspect, but they actually add to the story and the narrative. But it's not a lot of interesting dialogue, and the story itself can be a little bit muddled, but it is a decent time. And I do like how it tackles the importance of living your truth, speaking your truth, and communication as the foundation of the film. A lot of it could have been avoided if they just talked to each other. Number 8, September 5. I think this is a really well-written movie. It's a tight 90-minute movie. It's adrenaline-packed with some interesting dialogues and the importance of the media in sense that how they break story, how to make it so that people actually care about the story and they don't just brush it on the rug, and to aid with the sensitivity that you need, especially in such tragic times where you don't want to rock the boat too much and cause a whole other issue. The way that this film weaves into like the more dramatic elements and some of the more witty parts, it does an excellent job here. Number 7, A Real Pain. This is a really personal screenplay, and I think Jesse Eisenberg did a great job of telling a story that relates with a lot of us, and how we all kind of at some point or another feel stuck in our lives and not knowing how to move forward, kind of stuck in the grind, and we need like that friendship and things to reconnect us to our people and to our friends and our families. But at the same time, you still gotta keep doing what you gotta do. It's smart, it's witty, it's charming. There's like heartfelt moments in this film throughout. We all have like these people in our lives that are ultimately really likable but very self-destructive, and I think it tackles that element so well in this movie. And the dialogue is just very real and natural between two cousins slash siblings, and the tying it to like the travesties of Holocaust or any kind of tragic event, and then seeing how far you've come from such tragedy to where you are now. Number 6, The Brutalist. The Brutalist is a screenplay and a movie that is filled to the brim with so much content. I do think it is a marvel of a film, and the dialogue itself is really good. I do think dying for your art, dying for your craft, finding the support system that you need, and the struggles of an immigrant trying to make a better life for themselves, constantly being told that you're not good enough or that you're being undermined all the time. It's just a screenplay that really speaks to artists and art, and how like as an immigrant you have to be twice as hardworking and twice as qualified, but you still get like maybe the same amount of respect as somebody who's half as qualified as you are. Number 5, Conclave. These cunty priests are cunty. Like, this movie is darkly funny. I love all the drama and the backstabbing that goes on in this movie, to the power plays. It's all just really well written, and you don't know what's happening next. I do feel like the ending is a little abrupt but deserved. I do like how secrets are discovered as this election kind of goes on, and there's no end in sight. It creates like a layer of doom and dread, but at the same time it's always like funny and kind of witty all at once. It's dramatic, it's theatrical, it's Conclave. Number 4, Nickel Boys. This is a very tragic story. It's a very important story that I did not know that there was like a system in place like this in the United States, that were basically putting young kids into basically labor camps and getting them prepped for essentially being in jail or incarcerated further down the line. And it's just so tragic to see that it was all hidden under the rug, and I'm glad somebody brought this to life and explore this story. It's such a nuanced screenplay about identity, about being in the wrong place at the wrong time, having that sense of hope and always moving forward. It's just finding the light in any dark place. It's such a beautiful screenplay. Number 3, The Substance. This is a highly original screenplay, and it's just gonna be in our popular culture going forward. The themes that it tackles about how body image plays a lot into the confidence that we have, how we just want the younger, newest model every time, and then we lose all meaning and purpose in our lives. And we want that time, we want that beauty, but we also want the experience. And it's just such a interesting and captivating story that grips you from beginning to end. The dialogue is funny. There's really interesting, like, scary moments throughout the film. The body horror is grotesque but earned. It's just such a layered and fun and interesting screenplay. Number 2, Anora. Anora has this immense charm in it. It's hilarious. The movie is funny from beginning to end. It's a screenplay that is charming, witty, funny, heartfelt, and heartbreaking, especially the ending. I love the way that this movie ends. It really explores like the desperation we have when we have an out to the lifestyle that we're living, and the lack of self-worth that you have because of what you're doing or because society tells you so, and to find that confidence and to do it so brilliantly and so heartbreakingly. I think this movie really excels in its screenplay. But the number 1 screenplay is Sing Sing. I think that movie deserves a world, and that screenplay is just immaculate. It's just filled with so much themes, especially about the importance of arts and communicating and seeking a community where you're accepted, where you can explore yourself, where you can express yourself. And it's just such a beautiful movie and screenplay, especially a movie that shows the importance of rehabilitation and that second chances are deserved, and to never give up hope, especially even though the system is against you. And it's just such a beautiful screenplay and such a beautiful movie.